In the ever-evolving realm of global relations, a profound shift is unfolding, poised to reconfigure power dynamics worldwide. An unexpected strategic coalition between China, Saudi Arabia, and Iran has reverberated throughout diplomatic circles and geopolitical analyses. This coalition not only marks a departure from traditional alliances, but also carries the potential to contest the enduring supremacy of the United States, especially its pervasive use of economic sanctions. To comprehend this newfound partnership's nuances, delving into the historical backdrop that has united these nations becomes imperative. Leaving us a like proves you like what we do here. Then be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification to be notified of any recent video. Thank you. Let's commence with Iran's ascent, a narrative of economic fortitude. Once ensnared by international economic sanctions, Iran has emerged as a pivotal player in the global economic theater. While other Middle Eastern nations grappled with the burden of sanctions, Iran charted a distinctive path toward economic resilience. Diversification of its economic landscape, along with strategic investments in technology and energy sectors, has propelled Iran to unprecedented affluence. In stark contrast to its Arab counterparts like Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, Egypt, and Algeria, Iran's approach to economic growth has been characterized by self-reliance and adaptability. Instead of solely depending on oil revenues, Iran diversified its economic portfolio, channeling investments into industries spanning from petrochemicals to information technology. This foresight shielded Iran from the volatility often associated with reliance on a single commodity. Now, contrasting Iran with Arab states, the economic panorama in the Middle East boasts diversity, with each country adopting distinct developmental strategies. Saudi Arabia, historically reliant on oil exports, has been gradually diversifying its economy through initiatives such as Vision 2030. In contrast, the UAE has positioned itself as a global business hub, capitalizing on its strategic location and substantial investments in tourism, finance, and technology. Egypt and Algeria, rich in history and resources, have pursued industrialization and infrastructure development. However, Iran's economic model stands out due to its emphasis on self-sufficiency. The nation has made significant investments in research and development, fostering a knowledge-driven economy less susceptible to external shocks. This distinctiveness situates Iran uniquely within the region and sets the stage for its influential role in the new alliance with China and Saudi Arabia. As China, Saudi Arabia, and Iran embark on this unprecedented alliance, understanding the mechanics of their collaboration becomes pivotal to assessing its potential success. The alignment of their interests rests on a shared vision of a multipolar global order, challenging the unilateral dominance of the United States. Scrutinizing the factors binding these nations reveals a multifaceted fabric woven from economic interdependence, geopolitical strategy, and mutual resilience. 1. Economic interdependence. Fostering cooperation. At the core of this alliance lies a network of economic interdependence that serves the interests of each member. China's substantial demand for energy resources finds resolution in the vast oil reserves of both Saudi Arabia and Iran. In turn, Saudi Arabia and Iran gain entry to the expansive Chinese market, presenting an alternative to their conventional economic dependencies. China's ambitious Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, plays a pivotal role in this economic symbiosis. As Saudi Arabia and Iran integrate into the BRI, their economic fates become intricately entwined with China's sustained global ascent. This shared economic destiny forms a robust foundation for diplomatic cooperation and mutual bolstering. 2. Geopolitical strategy. Deliberate maneuvers. For Saudi Arabia, this alliance signifies a strategic recalibration in its geopolitical positioning. Historically reliant on Western powers, notably the United States, Saudi Arabia is diversifying its alliances to mitigate risks and amplify its global influence. China, with its economic prowess and diplomatic finesse, emerges as a viable alternative for Saudi Arabia, as it seeks a more assertive role in shaping regional and global affairs. Iran, conversely, leverages this alliance to fortify its resilience against external pressures. The economic support extended by China and Saudi Arabia grants Iran the breathing space to withstand the impacts of international sanctions. Concurrently, by aligning with these influential partners, Iran establishes itself as a pivotal player in the emerging multipolar world. 3. Mutual resilience, countering external pressures. The shared ordeal of enduring international sanctions serves as a unifying force for China, Saudi Arabia, and Iran. Each has grappled with the economic and diplomatic repercussions of sanctions imposed by the West, notably the United States. This shared adversity fosters camaraderie and a collective resolve to challenge the existing status quo. As these nations unite, they form a formidable bloc capable of withstanding external pressures and safeguarding their sovereign interests. The alliance acts as a shield against unilateral endeavors to dictate global policies, particularly through the imposition of sanctions, a tool long wielded by the United States to enforce compliance. The demise of U.S. dominance. Implications for global restructuring. The ramifications of this alliance extend well beyond economic interests. The collaboration between China, Saudi Arabia, and Iran possesses the potential to weaken the United States' grip on global affairs, especially its utilization of sanctions. Number 1. Shifting economic power. With China emerging as the world's foremost economy, the alliance with Iran and Saudi Arabia bolsters its economic sway. The combined economic clout of this trio could counterbalance the economic pressures exerted by the United States through sanctions, ushering in an era of economic multipolarity. 2. Geopolitical reconfiguration. The alignment of these three nations signals a momentous geopolitical realignment. As the influence of Western powers diminishes, this alliance reshapes the geopolitical chessboard. It challenges the United States' capacity to unilaterally impose its will and sanctions, fostering a more equitable distribution of power. 3. Impact on regional dynamics. The ripple effects of this alliance transcend the global stage, influencing regional dynamics. Traditional alliances in the Middle East might undergo redefinition, prompting a recalibration of geopolitical strategies. As Iran, Saudi Arabia, and China cement their bonds, other regional nations may reassess their allegiances, further contributing to the transformation of the geopolitical landscape. While the China-Saudi Arabia-Iran alliance holds tremendous promise, it encounters challenges. The geopolitical landscape is intricate, and the interplay of interests among nations can be unpredictable. As these three nations embark on this collaborative journey, navigating historical rivalries, cultural disparities, and the complexities of international diplomacy becomes imperative. Furthermore, the alliance may encounter resistance from existing power structures, particularly nations vested in preserving the status quo. The United States, in particular, might respond assertively to perceived challenges to its dominance, setting the stage for potential geopolitical tensions. And now let's hear from you in the comments section. If you enjoyed today's content, then leave us a like, subscribe, and ensure the bell notification is on to be notified of our recent content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.